So, about that Vogue article titled, Is Having a Boyfriend Embarrassing Now? Some recent things about the author was brought to my attention by my subscribers. And so I went down this rabbit hole and I want to show you guys what I noticed about the author and just give my psychological take on it. So, the author is actually a Black woman. This is the author. So, okay, backstory just real quick, okay, for the people that are unaware.
Women are saying that, like, I wrote this article because I wanted to cause divisions between women and it's causing infighting, and I want to pit women against each other.
This author basically analyzed how, in today's time, having a boyfriend is just simply out of style and women aren't having it, okay? It's embarrassing. Being affiliated with men is embarrassing. Talking about men is embarrassing. It's just so uncool to be associated with men and have a boyfriend, okay? So that's what the article explored.
But I think there's something about the perception, the idea of singleness that feels so much more attractive and appealing now. And I wanted to know why that was. And for me, it was like, okay, cool. We live in heteropatriarchy. Men behave terribly. They don't actually face any repercussions for their actions. And now it's kind of like, it feels icky. It feels like it's not aligned with your values to be associated or attached with a man. It feels embarrassing.
My subscriber brought it to my attention. Shout out to her. She said that it was a Black woman that had wrote the article. And I was like, oh, okay. So, due to stats, things were just starting to a little bit just kind of make more sense to me. It wasn't really surprising. So, I went on the girl's page and I don't know why I was shocked, but I thought that the journalist was just reporting what she was seeing. And I want to show you some of the things that she was saying on TikTok.
So many people have messaged me to be like, my boyfriend is so special and unique and he's so not like other boyfriends and I'm not embarrassed and I love my boyfriend, I love my man. Like, it's only embarrassing when, he doesn't buy you flowers every day. I'm telling you, and I am telling you, it's embarrassing, period. It's embarrassing, period. Do you know how many women in loving relationships have messaged me to be like, hey, I love my man down. This is still embarrassing. It's still embarrassing. And I know it's not your fault. It's the men's fault. It just feels like being with a man is an incredibly volatile thing. You just don't know what's going to happen next. And the people around you don't know what's going to happen next. People keep being like, oh, well, why? How come when a man is with a woman, it's not embarrassing, but when a woman is with a man, it's because the men are embarrassing. Being with a woman doesn't do anything apart from shield probably what makes him embarrassing to the rest of the world. So yeah, having a boyfriend is a bit embarrassing because men are embarrassing because what are they doing?
So, this journalist that wrote the article, she does not like men. What really stuck out for me when I was on her TikTok was the types of comments that she would be liking. All of these comments just straight up, just bash women who are having any type of relations with a man. Like, her agenda is she wants women away from men.
So many people have messaged me to be like,
See, somebody said them contacting you just to let her know, like, hey, I have a boyfriend. I don't find him embarrassing. Somebody said it confirms it's embarrassing. She liked that comment. Like, why are you so dedicated to really persuading everyone that every woman that has any type of relations to a man, and yes, she's also referring to married women because you guys thought that you were the exception. Nope, she's clocking y'all's tea in this article too. She is saying that if you have any type of relationship with a man, you are not cool. You are out of fashion. You are out of style. This lady is clearly radical. And I just got major radical feminist vibes from her TikTok. And again, the types of comments that she would be liking really shows her agenda that she's trying to do here. It's a very weird agenda. It goes against biology, and she wants men and women away from each other. She does not like men. She's very clear about that. And so there was a lot of biases that went into that article, which kind of made sense because The first red flag was she seems to have a disdain for men. And what I know about hatred is hatred cannot exist without love. So my subscriber, another subscriber, brought this to my attention, and I'm going to read what she said. I actually pinned her comment to the top. She said, "Blunt girly, I have literally been following this journalist that wrote the article for more than 3 years. And her Instagram story post up until this article were, she was saying things like, I really want to be in a relationship, dealing with the desire to be in a relationship. And then she went to disliking men. In fact, I participated in her story activity asking women why they didn't post their husbands slash boyfriends, which she eventually used some answers for her article. I'm not exaggerating. I always thought she was completely normal, but seeing her put out this article and other TikTok posts saying women with boyfriends are embarrassing, regardless of whether their man is good, and basically flip it to, oh, nobody wants that. It's embarrassing anyways. Like, huh? You're the same person that was posting about how much you wanted to be in a relationship just last month. I'm speechless. So I'm going to stop right there. My subscriber basically said that she had been following this journalist that wrote the article for 3 years. And the journalist went from yearning for a relationship. And when she couldn't get her relationship, then she flips to the other extreme and she basically goes on this, well, men suck anyways, and every woman in a relationship is suffering behind closed doors. The typical talking points that I called out, and remember when I said that women do this to cope? Most of the decenter men, women, again, I'm going to repeat this again. They have to decenter men because men have already decentered them. It's a cope. A lot of them once had hope for love and they all have failed dating lives, whether it means they're divorced and they're projecting, they couldn't even find love to begin with after yearning for it, like this journalist, and they're projecting. Single women who don't want to be single, they cope by telling themselves at night so they can sleep better at night that most women who are in relationships are secretly suffering behind closed doors. This helps them with their unwanted single status, okay? It helps them cope with their status of being single that they never wanted to begin with. I came in and I said, that's not realistic. Every woman that's with a man is not suffering behind closed doors. That's your cope that you tell yourself to sleep better at night. So, yeah, because this journalist couldn't achieve the love life that she wanted, like my subscriber said, she'd been following her for 3 years. This girl was yearning for a man for 3 years. And then when she finally gave up, she tries to recruit other women into her misery by posting having a boyfriend is uncool, it's out of style, it's conservative, ill, it's so not liberal to have boyfriends because she could never get a boyfriend because she's radical and men run away from radical feminist insane women like her. Women no longer get diaries to cope with their struggles, trials, and tribulations, but instead they bring it to TikTok. And now they're even going so extreme that they're creating articles trying to get women away from men because a man would never stick in their lives. Misery likes company. If you learn one lesson from this video, understand that misery likes company. She said being affiliated with men in any shape or form is out of fashion. Why? Because it's not a reality that has happened in her life. Her finding a good man was not a reality that has happened in her life. Be wary of older people that have failed in life and they try to recruit younger people to be bitter with them. A lot of people who couldn't achieve what they wanted, it's hard for them to see other people get it. Okay. So that's a very nice strategy that she tried to do. Very manipulative because you couldn't get a man, you disguise it as it's uncool. That's what they all do. That's what all these chicks do. Okay. A lot of women are mentally insane. They run off every man that they come by. So let me continue to read what my subscriber said. Just to refresh your memory, my subscriber said she's been following this girl for 3 years. The author would always yearn for love, companionship, and relationships with a man. And then suddenly, overnight, she became anti men, a huge male basher. So let me continue to read what my subscriber said in the second half. She said, "It actually made me realize how people are twisted on the internet. Like, huh? Fear people on the internet who complain about relationships. I'm not exaggerating. Anyone who has followed Shantae, that's the journalist, and watched her Instagram stories knows exactly what I'm talking about and how almost every post of hers is about the article and how embarrassing men and relationships are. Please, Shantae, this level of self gaslighting is crazy. I guess it's a change in strategy for herself. I have so much to say, but I'll leave it at that." Yeah. Not desiring romantic connections is simply going against your nature. So you are simply living 24/7 with gaslighting yourself all day, every day. And that's what these ladies do. So big, 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 big shout out to my subscribers that brought this to my attention. I'm going to stay on these girls' necks because I'm tired of the manipulation. We are going to call out these girls' traumas behind what they're recruiting you to do on the internet. Oh, yeah, I called out another girl in the last video, decenter men, but she's super male centered behind closed doors. And that's why a lot of these decenter men warriors will pop out married while you're still single because they knew deep down inside that that's not what they wanted to do. A lot of these women yearn for a man, which is normal. We're women, we have biological clocks. Our hormonal cycle literally makes us crave men. Behind closed doors, when you log off after telling women to stay away from men, you are back there strategizing, being an ultimate pick me as you sit on your channel calling women pick me's and male censored all day. You're actually a pick me and you're male centered behind closed doors. And again, this is why these ladies will pop out engaged because while they're giving you bad advice, they're strategizing behind closed doors. And most of these women have not given up on men. They've just given up publicly while they sit and strategize on how to get a man behind closed doors because if they don't have a man yet, they don't want to see anyone have a man. And I want the younger women to be hipped to older women that do stuff like this, okay? Be careful with propagandas. So, women, be wary when another woman is trying to trick you out your spot and is jealous of your position. Again, a lot of older women do that. They try to trick other women out their spot, convince them that they're oppressed when they're really not, because they're single in the moment while they strategize and plan behind closed doors on how to get engaged as they tell you that they're giving up on men. Yep, it's a scary world out here, but that's how the game goes. A lot of these ladies switch overnight. You can go click their oldest videos and they're talking in a completely opposite direction than what they're promoting currently, okay? Don't take advice from unsuccessful people or you will be unsuccessful too. Single women keep women single. Single men keep men single. Single people keep people single. Don't expect to get successful results listening to unsuccessful people. Nice try, but I'm going to call this manipulation tactic out. I knew it was BS because you're not going to put all of us in a box saying that all of our lives are worse with men. No, my life is better off. So cope in your diary and not on the internet. It's uncool to shove your boyfriend in my single face. That's what she really wanted to say. So keep your little boyfriend in the background. Don't be triggering me because I'm about to be 30 and my biological clock is ticking and you're making me envious when you're my man, my man, my man, because I ain't got no man. That's what she really wanted to say. Take a look at their lives and it's nothing really going on, nothing really to talk about. Everything has failed, right? They wanted what you have that they're making fun of you for and trying to trick you out your spot. And oh, that's so uncool what you have. Oh, you're married? Ugh, please. So, they're decentering men because men have already decentered them. These ladies are leftover women, like what they say in China. They're skip me women. So because they can't get a man, they make it look uncool. Very much femcel behavior, like what many of my subscribers had said under my comment section in my other video. They promote this because their dating lives have all failed. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, misery likes company. And keep coping. And the reason why I have no remorse in this video is because when they bully women out of insecurity, and by the way, happy people don't bully people. Basic psychology that you need to understand, a happy person is not bullying people. Calling women names, calling women pick me's, male centered. They do all of this stuff. So, okay, then that's why I started calling these women skip me's. It was only so much of a pick me that I could get called before I started firing back. So, I'm just returning the energy that they always give to us women that are picked. So, just being a little petty in this video while also giving the girls a heads up and putting them on game. All right, I will catch you guys soon. Bye.
Your boyfriend is not embarrassing. Being in a relationship is not embarrassing. You guys are so. I swear, sometimes going on the internet is like going onto a space where everyone shares one collective brain cell, and unless one person says it's okay to hop, nobody is ready to hop. Our generation is so afraid of looking like a fool that you literally don't allow yourself to live. Life is meant to be experienced, and I get it. I'm the type of person who wants to make sure that everything turns out perfectly. And, unless it is guaranteed to be a beautiful thing and be perfect, I become apprehensive about starting something. But to live your life only wanting to do something or only wanting to get into a relationship or only wanting to be loved unless it's 100% absolutely perfect is so stupid, and it's setting yourself up for failure that's undeniable. Especially if you are Black and you are a Black woman. You need to date and have fun, and not everything has to be so serious, and not everything has to last forever, and not everything has to be this deep thing that you ponder over before you allow yourself to enjoy it and get into it. Calm down, guys. And again, I used to be like this. I have not had a boyfriend because I'm like, I don't find anyone interesting yet, and I need it to be this and this and this and this before I can feel like, okay, I want one. I'm not saying get into a relationship with just anyone or get into or like give your heart to just anyone. That's not the point. The point is our generation, and you guys are so black and white. And again, I am literally like this, and I used to be like this a lot more, but you're so black and white that you don't allow any room for context and nuance. And I hate that fucking word because it's been beaten to death on social media, but it's literally what it is. Like, you guys need to get over the fear of being embarrassed. Love is embarrassing. I'm not saying love should be embarrassing, but I'm saying like putting yourself out there, it's risky. You don't know if you're going to get that same effort back. When you go on dating, when you start dating, when you go on dates, you don't know if it's going to turn into something fruitful. That's also part of what makes it so special, because when you do meet someone that you really connect with, who sees you in the same light, it is so beautiful and so special. That's what's fun about it. That's what's supposed to be fun about it. But when you're constantly stopping yourself from even like getting to experience life because it's not serious enough or whatever, you're literally cockblocking yourself from experiencing something real. And again, I'm not saying date blindly or get into relationships blindly or saddle yourself with people's problems blindly, but love takes a certain level of risk. Finding, like being attracted to someone and going on dates and having a relationship with someone, regardless of the level of it, and expressing that commitment publicly, it's risky because you don't know what someone else can fully do, but that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it interesting. And I think it's, we started this movement of decentering, like whoever started that, girl, decentering men. It started out with a relatively good, foundation, but it got really bastardized really quickly because a lot of women who have only ever centered their identity around men and what they want from them completely turned it into this antagonistic thing instead of what it was meant to be. Love is risky, but you want to take calculated risks about who you give your love to, who you give your heart to. Take calculated risks, but don't make it so serious. Date, have fun. Be with people that you find interesting. Let yourself like fall in love. Let yourself like someone. And it's okay. It's not embarrassing. And love out loud. Like, if that person does embarrass you later on, like, literally, who cares? Delete their pictures from your Instagram post and move on. Like, it's not that serious.